What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. Big shout out to my doggy with doggies today, folks. It was all a dream for coming through and boosting up the coins. So, we got an unfortunate one for you, man. Right now, regarding Jaime Munguia. Oh, it's bad for Carrot Top Canelo. Canelo went life and death with this guy. Here's the fight in question. Well, the fight that's relevant to Canelo. He fought Munguia, went life and death, folks. He went life and death for Munguia, that's the truth. One judge, bear in mind, these are the moody Canelo Guadalajara cartel judges as well. One judge had it 115, 112 with a knockdown. Take the knockdown out, that's what, 115, 113. Canelo won it by a round on this judge's card. He won it by 2 rounds on this other cat's card. He went life and death in that fight. I thought it was close, I ain't gonna lie. Canelo won it, obviously, especially knockdown, but he went life and death in it relatively. 2-2s. Munguia has a pick'em fight at home, wherever he's from. This was at home, and people have been saying in the comments that there seems to be a bit of a home curse. Yeah, we just saw, what's his name? What's that cat's name? Richardson Hitchens just punched up, boxed the head, spark off of Liam Parrow. Yeah, I think that fight was in. Was that a home fight for Liam Parrow? Anyway, the point is, Sabril Matias, he went to Puerto Rico, his hometown, got punched up. They couldn't do nothing in there with Liam Parrow. Liam Parrow goes to his hometown, gets punched up. And now we got Munguia in his hometown, in his own manner. Look at this cat's face here. Look at this cat in the crowd. He know what's coming. He see what's coming. This chick's on the phone. So we're going to play a little clip of it. Tiny clip. So this cat here, his name is Bruno Surace. And on paper, he no good. And I ain't gonna lie, the fight was more competitive than it should have been. I think that Canelo fight has taken something out of... That Canelo fight has taken something out of Munguia. He didn't look the same. In that Canelo fight, he was slipping, sliding. He had much more oomph. It could be the case. He's not up for it. This was a gimme fight. It was supposed to be. And he gets knocked. Spark out. Here we go. I'm going to keep pausing it so we don't get got by the Shekel Cabal.
Was in it until he wasn't. Right? Took a round
Slapping hooks in.
back and finished him.
As he pulls out, here it comes now. Watch this one here. As he pulls out. Here we go. Big right hook or right hand, whatever you want to call it. Bash! And he's spark out, folks. He is spark out. To be fair, I think he probably could have. The way I do things, I'm more glad they should let him carry on, man. If someone gets up, the count was super quick. I can't play it, but the count was a bit mad. The count was about 6 seconds. I think he could have. Well, we can work out how long the count was. So he hits the floor.
Came back and finished him.
Go on. Bash! You see the torque as well. He gets clipped right on the end of his beak. That's the truth. You can't them shots there. There's something about that. I don't know what it is. I never really looked into it, to be fair, but there needs to be some science investigation. When you get caught on the beak right there, creates too much. If you get, then again, you get hit upside your head. Maybe even then, no. When you get hit here, it still creates more leverage than, I don't know, somewhere more central. Anyway, he got clipped here. Boop, on and off button. Spun his block up, man. Cracked him. And Munguia is spark out. So he hits the deck here at 28.42. Let's call it 43. He hits the deck at 28.43, yeah? So let's now go to about 28.53. See, look, the cat's, he literally just done it then. He hit the deck here at 28.43, sorry. At 28.52, the cat's waving it off. It was a bit premature, I'm not going to lie. Because the guy was up. Look, at 49. No, he wasn't. I lied. So at 49, so he's 7 seconds into his count now. Maybe he is spark out. I don't know. Maybe he did get counted out then. He stands up and... Well, he should have been... He was finished. I don't know. He's no good. He's finished now. He's finished. But this really... What this purpose of this video is to say that Canelo has really enough. Because you got these random cats. Look at this dude here. Look at Munguia, the cat who Munguia was fighting. This Bruno Surace dude. Bruno Surace. Undefeated, to be fair, but he can't punch for toffee. That's documented. He literally has Paulie Malignaggi level power here. We're talking in the barely double figures. Yeah, we're in the in the 10, what they call it, in the 10%. Is it 20%? 10% we'll call it. He's in the 10% of KO ratios. 19% KO ratio. He can't punch for toffee. He punched up no one. He never knocked no one out. Munguia is supposed to be having all right chin. He got up against Canelo and made it work. He got sparked, and this goes to show really, you get caught wrong. It's a bit of a luck game to some extent. Then again though, the great fighters, James Toney, even Canelo, I'm sure I've seen him get hit with big shots. That must be genetic though, ultimately. And Munguia's got he's probably got some sort of ancestry with Amir Khan somewhere down the line, if we're honest with ourselves. This can't be just happen for nothing. What top level fighter has Paulie Malignaggi ever knocked out with one punch? It wasn't even like he was getting punched up and he took a lot of damage and he was wearing. He just got bash. He got the Johnny bash on the end of his beak, man. He's asleep. He's still sleeping now. That's what reports are saying from people close to the situation. He's still asleep. Listen. There is now rumours, though, I have to say this, which is shocking. There is now rumours that Canelo is saying, Canelo's licking his lips now. He's saying, I didn't knock Munguia out in one round, and this dude Surace did, so now I can fight. Now he's got an excuse to fight Surace, is the point I'm making. And from what we saw with Surace, Munguia was winning pretty definitively. Yeah, the fight was in Tijuana. Munguia was winning the fight pretty convincingly. It wasn't as... The commentators, obviously, they were doing their whole A-side suckery. But he was winning. If it went 6 rounds, he'd won 4 of them at least, right? Bash, he knocked out. He didn't look great, though. He didn't look great. He knocked Surace down in round 2 and couldn't really capitalise and got caught slipping for it. But like I said, the real news story here is Canelo... His resume, look at Bumlanger, for example. Plant could end up knocking Bumlanger out. That's how it's looking right now. Let's call a spade here. Bumlanger's no good. So you got... Where is Canelo? I'm sure I had him up. Oh, he's here. You got Canelo, Carrot Top Alvarez. Charlo's washed up. Again, Charlo's been knocked spark out by Tony Harrison. Yeah? Let's call a spade here. Jamal Charlo has been beat up before. Knocked out. So he couldn't knock out John Ryder's been knocked out as well. You couldn't knock out John Ryder, and really that was a life and death fight there. It could have gone either way, 50-50. It was 50-50 in there. And John Ryder was right in front of him. Canelo was whacking him and couldn't do nothing. So you couldn't stop John Ryder. You couldn't stop Charlo. All these cats have been stopped before. Munguia's been knocked spark out the fight before yours. And Bumlanger's next. What's Bumlanger going to do? Look at this dude here. He looked like... Come on now, people. Stop playing with him, man. Look at this Puerto Rican twink, sorry. When dudes wear them tight chains around their neck, it reminds me of like the mid-2000s with them chicks with the choker chains. Let me show you a chick with a choker chain. It's just not the one. I'm sorry, folks. It's not masculine. I hate to break it to you. I can tell you if something looks masculine. And a dude with a tight chain around his neck, you look like a woman. That's the God's honest. He's corny, man. It's the corniest new little shtick they've brought in. At least if you got a big hanging chain, that's okay, right? I'm not into chains, but if you had to have a chain, it'd be a big dangling one. When you got these chokers on, that's what the females used to wear, for real. That's a fact as well. Where is it? Female choker chain. Come on, people. It's like some... Yes, Dad. This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Daddy's boy, come on. That's what people, imagine this now. Let's get Bumlanger up. Look at this cat here. Look at this cat. Imagine this cat, yeah. Imagine that dude there with this chain on. You just know it fits, right? It fits. I bet you any money. Come on, people, stop playing. I've not for personal purposes, but I've watched by default, yeah. Some grinder materials popped up on my live stream. Sorry, it's popped up on my hub, on my UP before, yeah. And dudes like this is grinder all day and night, right? Let's call a spade here. If there's any grinder cats watching this, you know that's a grinder cat there, right? He's got like the bad boy, the wannabe bad boy. Oh, I like it in my butt, but I'm bad. Like, you got the bad boy slit on his eyebrow, got the 2 earrings in. All he's missing really is this chain here. Yes, daddy, and a nose piercing. Bah! cash, and he ready for the grinder, man. He got that face about him. I'm sorry, folks. He really has got that face about him. So he can get punched up. Plant will have a go on him, I believe. So it's going to turn out that Canelo has gone life and death for a bunch of dudes that Plant can't punch like that, right? Plant can't punch like that, and Plant punches more than this dude did. Where's that? Where's Bum Ace gone? Brunace. Where's Brunace gone? Let's find Brunace again. Is it Brunace? Munguia, here we go. This Brunace, no, Bruno Surace, that's the one there still. He can't punch. Come on now, he can't punch. That's a documented fact. When you're in the... Come on, people. Come on. Let's see what Plant is. These choker chains. I don't get what dudes would be doing, man. This is female, right? This is female. Yeah, the choker chain is female. I don't care how much money you got. Oh, YEB, well, you're not paid. He's paid, so he got a choker. You still look like a woman. I hate to break it to you, man. If you got that tight chain around your neck, like, men look at... I don't know what it is. Maybe it's some animalistic Nefanderale type thing. And men see a tight thing around the neck. I don't know. It does something. But a dude to have that, it's like, whoa. That's zesty. For real. Let's pull a picture up of that cat. What's his name again? What was that zesty Puerto Rico cat's name? Forgot his name now. Bumlanga, that's it. Edgar Berlanga choker chain. Look at this corny nick. Come on, bro. Stop lying. Stop playing, man. I've seen you with that chain on. Stop playing. Stop censoring the internet. You wrong for that. I've seen this corny nick in that one. This yellow looking nick. I know I've seen this yellow looking nick in one of them. You best believe it. Where is it? Come on, people. This is the one. This is the grinder profile for real. Stop. This is the young grinder. Let's call a spade here. You come on now. You think this cat here ain't been on grinder before? Stop playing with me. I'm tired of you, man, playing. You talk too much. I've seen him in that chain, man. I know I have. I've seen him in it. Man. Look at it. Even these ones a bit tight still. I've seen him in one, yeah. It's like literally choking his neck. And you think he's flossing as well. That's the worst thing about it. I can't find it, but I saw it. I know I saw it. And you know you saw it as well if you're honest with yourself. This dude loved them tight chains around his neck. Yeah. Because he be caning them apps like that. He be caning them balloon knot apps. That's what we know for a fact. Anyway. Like I said, Canelo's going to fight Surace now. There's enough narrative there. Oh, he knocked out the guy you couldn't knock out, so now you get to fight the bum. Floyd used to do this, essentially, right? Adrian Broner got punched up by Maidana. Maidana, to be fair, is much better than Surace, but still, same principle. Especially in these times. Another 10 years after Floyd did that with Maidana and Broner. It's even more estrogenic. Maidana was half with it, right? And I think he'd been world champion in his own right. But Canelo, I'm telling you now, this is perfect for Canelo. He loved these ones. Ooh, you knocked out Munguia, and oh, sure, Daddy will step in. That's what Floyd had to do. Floyd had to handle that for Broner. Same principle will happen, I believe. Because Canelo, who else he can do? He ain't going to fight Benavidez, that's for sure. And really looking at it, I watched some of this fight back. The Munguia fight, the Bumlanga fight. The evidence is showing now, especially if someone has a go on Bumlanga, as I expect them to. The evidence is showing, and it's not, oh, Canelo finished them, I don't believe. They hadn't done nothing, right? They hadn't done nothing. That's the God's honest truth. What's Munguia done? What did Munguia do to deserve a Canelo shot? Let's have a look at his resume. Munguia, he fought John Ryder. He fought Derevyanchenko, went life and death. Okay, he's done, to be fair, he's done a little bit. I wouldn't put him on Canelo's level, but he did a little bit. He did more than Bumlanga. Bumlanga ain't done a hard day's work in his life. That's what we know for a fact. Yeah, I think possibly Munguia's overworked, if I'm honest. He fought Canelo in May, and then he's back in September, which is fine. But then to go back in, I guess it was supposed to be a gimme though, wasn't it? He was supposed to be staying active. He was doing what we tell fighters to do. Munguia's had 4 fights in less than a year. I guess really it's lucky for him that he got paid. I don't think he has the skills. He'll come back again and he'll be there or thereabouts. He'll be like let's think of an example of 168 historically speaking. He'll be there, he'll be in the mix, maybe hanging around off someone's coattails. Oh, you're the guy who lost to Canelo type shtick. That's what he'll be on. But I don't see where he goes from here. The rematch? Oh, God forbid. He should win the rematch, though. I think he should win the rematch, but that don't mean nothing, though. Lennox Lewis got knocked out before, got caught slipping, but the caliber of fighter, these guys were good, top level in their own right. Before they clipped Lewis, if that makes sense. This Surace dude, fair play to him, happy for him. Must be like a massive buzz for him, but this Surace cat, from what I saw in the fight, extremely limited. And it's Munguia's leaky deaky that he got put in that situation, to tell the truth. He should never really been in that situation. He pulls out and is like, admiring his work is what you'd call it. He gets his shots off and he stands there looking like, waiting for a reaction kind of thing, rather than staying on his P's and Q's. Obviously, it's easier said than done, and I guess that's the problem to some extent with these new age fighters fighting bums, is that, well, bums as such. Look at Ben Whittaker. When you go into a fight and you're fighting Beterbiev, or Anthony Yard, when you know you're fighting Artur Aimard Beterbiev, you come correct. You know there ain't no time for playing. When you're in there with the dude who just got off, clocked off from his Friday night, Saturday night Deliveroo schedule to come fight you like Anthony Yard did a little while ago, you think, oh, I'm the knockout, I'm the pretty looking light skinned on it, I'm just going to knock him out, I'm just going to punch him up. It turns out you went life and death, 50-50, could have gone either way. A lot of people think, myself included, that fight could have gone either way, people. Right? Yard was going life and death in there with the Latvian Deliveroo driver. That's a fact, documented fact. Same thing happened here. The difference is, Yard just got a little bit luckier, or his chin's a little bit better, essentially. Munguia, he wasn't locked in, he wasn't respecting his opponent. He paid the ultimate price. If Surace doesn't get, let's see where Munguia is in the rankings though, because if Munguia's ranked highly, which he probably is, then he might be shut up, this Surace cat. And that would mean he'll be eligible to fight Canelo. And bearing in mind, Munguia's a big Mexican name. That's what I'm talking about here. That's why Floyd was able to take advantage of the Broner situation. Broner was a relatively big name in the States, a lot of hype. The fact he got beaten, got his ass whooped, Floyd thought, I'll take that energy, take it, and run with it for my own brand. I get to fight another lower levelish. And in all fairness, in 2014 there was no real killers around. The best at the time, you'd say the best is probably like Kell Brook. So there wasn't a whole bunch of depth at Floyd Mayweather's weight, but the principle was Maidana. He actually did it right in them fights, but on paper he shouldn't have done, if that makes sense. And Canelo will do the same thing. He'll say, oh, the Mexican wonder kid who's on the way up, Munguia, has got popped. I'll take that energy. People, at this point, let's call a spade here. The guy who just beat Surace, who just beat Munguia, he'll have loads more clout than Bumlanka would. Right? He would have lots more clout, I believe, at this point. Just on the basis that you beat the next guy, like Maidana. Maidana was more or less irrelevant before he beat Broner at that point in his career. Anywho, listen, it's the fight game. It goes that way sometimes. And the underlying lesson here, you have to respect all your opponents. And that's why I respect the old school man. Of course, they got things wrong sometimes, but even look at Lewis. Lewis is a good example. He didn't respect his opponents at that time. He was filming Ocean's 11 or whatever it was, filming some Hollywood film and not training. Paid the price. This is the tale as old as time. You can't, in this particular game, it's not like football where you can be on the piss all weekend and 10 of your mates might be able to bail you out. It's you and there. Spark there. And often when you're fighting these lower level guys as such, like Liam Cameron, they hungry, man. They got nothing to lose, and they got mouths to feed. They haven't been put on and just sitting there looking at themselves in the mirror like Anthony Yard at Adidas, or like Ben Whittaker at the Vogue shoot, just sitting there with a whole bunch of dudes just like, oodling over them and licking the sweat off their chest. Pause. Right, you know that happened there. It's got a spade here. When Ben Whittaker gets sweaty at a Vogue photo shoot, you know them zesty photographer. What are they doing with it? You think they're letting that sweat drip off Ben Whittaker's chest? Absolutely not. They're like, come on, man, stop playing with me. You know what happened. Come on now, they ain't wasting that sweat. Them reptile photographer cats, they be licking that sweat off, man. They ain't wasting nothing from Ben. Oh, man, you play too much. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, like off the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this one, people. Stop it.